This is Country Living Oregon Style 61, and tonight I am going to make tamale pie. I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in this. You can use regular oil, but I used olive oil. I'm going to turn my burner on so it'll warm up a little bit. And in this, you use one small onion. Well, mine are jumbo, so I took one and cut it in half, and we'll put it in there. Cut it in half, then I chopped it up. And you also take one clove of garlic and mince it. Well, I'm using my garlic press. And then I forgot to get me a knife. And what you want to do is you want to brown these kind of to a yellow. Then after that, then we'll start adding more stuff to it. It does go in the oven and bake for an hour once we're done putting everything in it. It's already starting to heat up. I can hear it. But anyway, you kind of saute these till they turn kind of a yellowish color. When that happens, then I'll come back. But that's the starting of the tamale pie. Okay, I'm back. It's starting to yellow. Okay, in that, you add a pound of hamburger and a quarter pound of bulk sausage. You can have your own sausage, you can buy it from the store, whatever. And you brown that in with your onions. And I'll come back when this is brown. Okay, I'm back. This is browned off nicely. My meat does not have a whole lot of fat in it, so, because it's our own beef. And so if you are buying it from the store, make sure you pour the grease off at this time. You don't want the grease in it. I very little grease in there right now. So, next thing is, what you do is you add a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Or you can use your own tomatoes, doesn't matter. A can, which is a 15-ounce of corn. Whoops, lost one. Be sure it's drained. Drain the corn. You don't want the juice in it. You want a teaspoon of salt. And let's see. Teaspoon of chili powder. Now, if you want this a little bit hotter, make it the first time this way. If you want it a little hotter, add a little more. Okay? It's all up to you on how hot you have it. I haven't made this for quite a while, and it just sounded good. I ran across the recipe again, and I went, you know, we haven't had that for, geez, several years. I don't know why. We just haven't. I've had so much other type stuff, I guess. But anyway, you let that come to a boil, and you heat all that stuff up. And I don't know whether you can see that. I'll turn it a little bit. That's what it kind of looks like. Now you can use fresh tomatoes if you want to and dice them up. It's going to take a little longer to cook, but I just happen to have some diced ones already in a can, so I used it. I mean, you can use your homemade or your home canned tomatoes if you want to. It doesn't matter, okay? Now that's pretty well heated up. Now in this, we are going to, or on this, we're going to get the 13 by 9 pan out. And I'm going to shut you down and turn you around so that we can start putting this together. I'll be right back. I'm back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to pour it into a 13 by 9 pan. And we're going to kind of spread it out. Now I've got a little bit of juice in here, but it's not going to be a big issue. But just try to spread it out a little bit. You take olives, and you black olives, and you leave them whole. Let's see if I can get this can open. Drained can olives, and you kind of spread them out across the top of this. And you can put as much of you in as you want. You can just put a few in, or you can use the whole can, or whatever you like. And I'm not going to use the whole can, so, but there you go on that. Now, that's what it looks like so far. You kind of press them down in there a little bit. Okay, now, I got my oven on 350 already because that's what it's going to cook for. Once this is all together, it cooks for an hour. In this bowl, you put in a cup of cornmeal, 2 eggs, it's a real easy meal to put together. Doesn't take much time to put it together. A cup of milk. And you can use any kind of milk you want. Mix that up. I'm going to get me a whisk out. Just a second here. Okay. That way I can mix my egg up better. Okay, you'll have this consistency. It's pretty sloppy. And you pour that over the top of your meat and your olives and all that. Try to get it as even as you can. That way everything's got the topping on it. And over the top of that, you sprinkle cheddar cheese. You can use sharp, you can use mild, you can use medium, whatever you want cheddar cheese. And you can grate it, but I'm using it out of the bag, so you put that over the top. Some corners here. It calls for about a cup, but I don't measure anything. I just kind of, whatever fits on top of the pan that I'm using. Next is, you leave it just like it is. You stick it in the oven at 350 for an hour and bake it. And then when that is done, I'll come back. Okay, it just came out of the oven. It's still really hot. It's been in the oven for an hour. And I am going to dish up a plate for Jim and have him give us a taste test. Okay, we're going to have Jim give us a taste test on this tamale pie. Go ahead, whenever you're ready to take a test. You didn't get a paper towel. You might want one because of the cheese on it. No rolling of the eyes or anything like that. Good, very good. Okay, talk to you later. You have a good night. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.